So yeah, take a moment to make yourself comfortable, finding the support you need. So if you're lying down and your low back gets uncomfortable, a little support pillow or rolled up blanket under your knees can be helpful. Maybe a little pillow under your head. So just getting what you need so that your body is feels well supported and warm enough. And then if you're okay with closed eyes, go ahead and close your eyes. And if that's not comfortable this evening, you might turn your gaze downward, but we want to soften the eyes so that we're inviting attention to go inward rather than responding to what's in the room around you, turning your gaze inward. And as you draw your gaze inward, what is it that your gaze goes to? What is it that attracts or pulls for your attention? It might be something in your body, it might be thoughts, it might be something external. But what is it that calls to you? Noticing that most often what attracts our interest or attention is usually a place where there's discomfort in the body, unresolved situations in life. So our attention tends to go to things that aren't quite right. And in neuroscience, this is called the negativity bias. And it's actually a biological hardwiring. So if you think of our ancestors, if they saw something pleasant like a blueberry bush, but at the same time heard rustling in the bushes that could be a tiger, if they ignored the rustling and went for the pleasant blueberries, there's a chance they would not get to eat those blueberries. So our nervous systems are wired in this way to go to what might threaten our survival. And that's a little overstatement, a big overstatement actually, because our nervous systems haven't evolved so much from that time of the cave dwellers, so that the stresses or the challenges are not necessarily life-threatening, but our nervous systems don't necessarily know that. So this is a hard wiring for the attention to go to what's wrong, what needs to be fixed or addressed. And the good news is that there's another concept in neuroscience that's called neuroplasticity, so that we can actually shift that wiring in our brains. And the way that we shift that is by holding positive thoughts. So I'm going to invite you now to call to mind a situation for which you're grateful, or a relationship that brings you joy, something that is brings a sense of peace or positive emotion to you. And what I'd like you to do is not just call it to mind, but let yourself engage with the feelings that engenders. So let yourself, as much as possible in this moment, have the experience of gratitude or joy or love or all of those. And see if you can hold on to those. Keep doing what you need to do to help those feelings continue. And it doesn't really need to be so long, 10 or 12 seconds. And now if you would bring your attention, letting go of that, not needing to hold on to that, but then once again, turning inward and noticing as you turn inward, what calls for your attention now? And then for a moment, I'd like you to just kind of in a neutral way connect with your breath. So simply watching your body breathe in and breathe out. And if it's helpful, you might say to yourself, in, as you breathe in, out, as you breathe out. Our minds, of course, being as they are, it's likely that your attention will get pulled away from these simple sensations of breathing in and out. So when that happens, notice what it is that pulls your attention away. Acknowledge. Just having a sense, not so much getting caught up in whatever thought or feeling comes, but just acknowledging. And then coming back to doing your best to devote your attention 100% to your body, breathing in and breathing out. Nothing to fix or change or manage about your breath. Just using your breath as an object of focus for your attention. And then noticing what pulls you away from that focus on your breath. And then once again, taking a moment to call to mind a situation, a relationship, an occasion that brings about feelings of gratitude, happiness, contentment. Bringing that to mind and then letting yourself feel those feelings of contentment, joy, peace, gratitude. So that it's not simply a thought, but you're conjuring the actual experience of that situation, relationship, occasion. And then letting that stay with you in whatever way it wants to as you then bring your attention back to your breath. And this attention on your breath that is without an agenda. You're simply watching your body breathe in and breathe out. Wherever that sense of your breath is most apparent to you, most accessible to you, easiest to follow, the sensations of breathing in and breathing out. And you're welcome to simply be with those sensations. And if you find it helpful, you might silently say to yourself in as you breathe in, out as you breathe out. So again, inviting this full attention on your breath. And then once again, noticing what it is when your attention gets drawn away from this full attention on the breath. Where does it go? If it's a thought, not so much getting caught up in the content of the thought, but what's the tone of it? What's the theme of it? It's a sensation or feeling in your body. Again, not pushing anything away, acknowledging what's there, just having a sense of the quality of it. And then once you have that, come back to being with your breath. In, out. Easy, natural breathing. And then once again, if you will, calling to mind a situation, relationship, something in your life for which you feel gratitude, love, happiness, something that feels uplifting to you. And thinking about it, calling it to mind, but then also bringing into your body, into your present moment physical experience, the sensations that that gratitude or love or joy brings. Letting yourself be immersed in those feelings. Maybe even seeing if you can breathe those feelings through your whole body so that every organ, every limb, every cell gets to experience that gratitude, contentment, joy, and consciously staying connected to that for just a couple more breath cycles, just a moment longer. And then letting go of that effort, that intention to hold on to those feelings, letting them subside as they will. Noticing if they leave kind of a after image or afterglow of those feelings? Or where does your attention go when you let go of intentionally holding on? Maybe there's a rebound in an opposite direction. Maybe there is a little kind of after effect of those positive emotions. Whatever's here, there's nothing right or wrong about it. It's being with it, noticing. And then once again, devoting your attention, your awareness to your breath. Watching, observing your body breathing in, your body breathing out. Maybe your attention is at the passing of the air across the upper lip, in and out of the nose. Maybe it's rise and fall of chest or belly. Nothing to manage about your breath, just using it as a way to focus your mind, your attention. And then noticing what wants to intervene when you feel that your attention, your mind moves away from your breath. Where does it go? And again, not so much getting caught up in content, but more noticing the tone, the theme, if you will. Without pushing it aside, but then using your breath once again to bring your focus, your attention to your breath. In and out. Nothing to manage about your breath. Allowing it to find its natural rhythm while you attend to it. And then even letting go of that focus of your attention just on your breath, seeing if your awareness can be more open now. And as you open up your attention, your awareness, notice what attracts your attention. Notice what calls for your awareness. Again, nothing right or wrong about what's here. Just let yourself notice. Having a sense of that feeling tone of what's here now. And if you find this helpful, you might notice during your day tomorrow or this rest of your evening, when there's something that occurs to you, so you can do this intentionally, but if you notice a bird or a flower, let yourself feel the gratitude or the joy or the pleasantness of seeing or hearing or feeling something delightful. Good night, my friends.